San Diego FC beat Minnesota United FC last night. They now advance to the MLS Western Conference Final this Saturday. No rest for the weary. I'm talking about this guy. Joining us now with a recap of the match is the host of the Chromaniacs podcast, Craig Elston in the house. Craig, how you doing? Do you have a voice still, by the way? I've been coughing all morning. I was screaming last night at the TV. Because I stayed up late.
95 minutes in the supporter section will do a beating to your throat. Some hot tea last night and this morning have gotten me to this spot, but please don't ask me to yell.
You're a smarter man than me with the tea. I'm still with the coffee that everybody says irritates the throat, but I need the coffee. Talk to me about Snapdragon last night. Sold out. The energy, the vibe. This looked like anything you see in Europe. It was that high level in terms of the energy.
I mean, Raul, you know I've been at all the San Diego big sporting events over the years. And one of the things I always do when I hear there's a sellout is I look to the top corners of the stadium. Is it a sellout, but everyone came or didn't come? You know, everybody came to last night's match. Everybody used their seat. It was such an electric atmosphere. I can tell you, La Frontera SD in the north end were rolling 45 minutes before kickoff.
Man,
they were blasting.
Incredible. I wanted to ask you about the standout players. Everybody on Anders Dreyer's goal. But, boy, talk to me about the defense and that almost Minnesota goal. I don't think I've ever seen such a thing when Ian blocked the ball from going in, but then he almost, like, touched and he went, like that. Take me through that whole moment because that was incredible.
You know, it's funny, when we talked yesterday, everything I said about the match was kind of going to plan through the first half.
That goalie of theirs, you're right.
Yeah, SDFC had 70% possession, but Minnesota was using a 5-defender back line. They were packing the box. No one could get a look at the goal. And Minnesota came out of the locker room with a lot of pep in their step. For 15 minutes, they were extremely dangerous. It was just 2 minutes into that second half. Ball gets by, counterattack, exactly what Minnesota does well, and Pilcher is there to clear it off the line. It was the play of the match. He was the man of the match for his incredible defending. Just think about this. 4 guys in the back line, only one of them old enough to drink. And these guys are getting the job done against big-time MLS pros.
2 straight shutouts. The defense really coming to life in the playoffs for a team that's, you know, offensive-minded and aggressive. But how about that defense?
Yeah, and Pablo Cisniega in back, who's, again, filling in for CJ Dos Santos.
I was going to say, that's your fill-in? Wow.
Yeah, but he has a lot of MLS experience, more than CJ, actually. So him stepping into a playoff environment is something very comfortable for this team. Luca Bombino, Chris McVeigh, Ian Pilcher, the guys on the back line. Manu Dua, of course, he has been so great at center back. These guys keep the sheet clean long enough for this moment of individual brilliance between Corey Baird and Anders Dreyer in minute 71 to give him a lead.
That was incredible. The little, like, heel kick back was a thing of beauty.
It really was.
I mean, that was a thing of beauty. He saw him shoot out of the corner of his eye, and boom. There was a security guy behind the net. I don't know if you've seen the video, probably. He got freaked out when the cannons went off. He jumped about 3 feet up in the air. It was great. Okay, we talked about this. Vancouver's on the list. We played them twice this year. Obviously, teams learn a lot about one another, having played before. How do you see Saturday shaking out?
As the ultimate test so far this year for San Diego FC, because when we played Vancouver, who's an excellent, excellent team twice, they did not have their incredible international addition of Thomas Mueller, German superstar, member of the German national team. Vancouver's essentially undefeated since they got Mueller into their team. So it's going to be 2 great attacking sides, 2 complete football teams going against one another, and I truly think it's anyone's match on Saturday night, which means the home crowd could be the key and the difference maker.
What's the one thing, if you could point to something aside from the crowd, in the gameplay itself, that could be the difference maker against Vancouver?
I'm going to go ahead and pull a card right out of Captain Jeppe Tverskov's book and say a clean pitch. Because there was a lot of discussion after the match about all of the sandy spots from the SDSU football game.
I was going to say,
And from what I've heard, they are changing that pitch today and bringing in a new pitch for Saturday. So I think a cleaner field means cleaner touches, and it means more chance for more creativity.
Okay. I don't want to get ahead of myself. I don't want to think past Saturday. It's a huge game, obviously, all respect to Vancouver. what needs to happen? Because there is potential. There's potential that we could host the MLS Cup final here. I mean, again, no jinx, but what scenario needs to happen?
It's very straightforward. We need to win, and then New York City FC is playing Inter Miami,
right?
Lionel Messi squad.
Who?
New York needs to win. If New York wins, it's New York versus San Diego in San Diego. If Miami and San Diego win, San Diego goes to Miami to play Messi.
Is Messi's guys good?
I heard he's all right.
All right.
Yeah, he's
How
a
about
little
New
sloppy.
York, though?
You know.
Who saw New York getting this far? I mean,
Not Messi.
Wow.
I know, they've done really well, but so have we, right?
Oh,
Four
man.
great teams, man. This is what it's all about. And in our first season in MLS to be this far, it's incredible.
I can't believe it. I was telling my wife, I was like, can you imagine all the years of sports history here in San Diego and the potential to have our SDFC team doing this? Can you imagine? Hey, Craig. We're just talking out here, you know what I mean? The Audi MLS Cup Playoffs Western Conference Final. Here we go. San Diego FC versus Vancouver Whitecaps FC, Saturday, 6 p.m. Snapdragon Stadium. Be there. FoxEyeSanDiego.com. Chromaniacs, huh?
Check out the show, Maniacs
that.
post-game show on YouTube live now.
My man, how do you maintain? You got to teach me your regiment because I'm losing my throat. My throat. I'm losing my voice.
I would suggest seeing a doctor if you're losing your throat. But for the voice, we can chat afterwards.
All right, Craig, thank you so much.
You bet.